Again, Year 12 students, I'll try and keep this one short and sweet. I just wanted to go through a very, very quick and very loose definition of each of these fitness components so you can compare what you wrote in your potential definitions from last week's class on Friday, and we'll leave it at that for today and then move on straight after the SAC. So, aerobic power. I believe that this is the rate in which energy is being released using aerobic pathways. Now, if we are able to use aerobic pathways as the dominant energy system and we are able to have that happen quickly, so we can resynthesize as many ATPs as quickly as possible while staying aerobically dominant, that is the maximum amount of power that I can sustain using aerobic means. What that is talking about is somebody working at their lactate inflection point, right at that tipping point. We're aerobically dominant and it's coming through at a high intensity, or the highest intensity that we can. Body composition, this is how we make up free fatty mass compared to fatty mass inside the human body. So free fat mass is your bone, it's your organs, it's your muscles. It's the things that we need. And then that fat mass is just the excess tissue, the adipose tissue. So somebody's body composition is how much percent of each do they have. Flexibility, the capacity of a joint to move through its full range of motion. So if I look at any joint inside the human body, it might be my elbow. Some people have a really tight tricep and therefore they can't straighten their arm fully. And other people are able to almost hyperextend their elbow and bring it right up to the top. Now, if you have tight triceps or tight biceps or whatever it might be, then you aren't able to move that joint through its full range of motion. You are not flexible. So flexibility is referring to being able to move a joint, which is bone on bone, through its full intended range of motion. Muscular strength. This is 1 rep max. What is the maximum amount of force that I can produce in my muscle? So if I'm doing a bicep curl and I pick up the heaviest weight that I possibly can and I pick up the 22 kilo dumbbell and I perform a bicep curl, great. I don't need to do it 10 times, I do it once to show strength. If I succeed, I might pick up the 25 kilos and I try and do a bicep curl with that. Once I hit my limit, that is my muscular strength. That is the amount of strength I have. Muscular endurance is how well can I perform the same contraction over and over in a sustained, which means 1 block period of time. So if I'm doing what we did in the sports hall, which was those calf raises, up and down, up and down, up and down, non-stop for I think it was 7 minutes or something like that, or 10 minutes, that is telling me that I am using muscular endurance as my fitness component for that movement. Now, we've got anaerobic capacity. This is different to anaerobic power, and it's also different to aerobic power. Now, with anaerobic capacity, this is how much energy can the body produce using anaerobic pathways, and the anaerobic power is how quickly is it done. So, if I am working anaerobically, I am obviously going to be building up hydrogen ions and lactate. How well can my body sustain muscular contractions with the presence of lactate and hydrogen ions? That is my capacity to work anaerobically. Once my body starts to go through muscle acidosis and the muscle starts to shut off, and that could be through that central governor mechanism of my brain telling my body to stop contracting because it's doing damage to itself, that I've met my anaerobic capacity then. That is what I am able to sustain anaerobically. Whereas anaerobic power is about high explosiveness. I want this energy quick to my muscles. How quickly can I get my energy to my muscles anaerobically? Muscular power. This is about 1 exertion of force again, but it is explosive and maximal. So this is 1 explosive repetition. So this is usually seen with a vertical jump or a horizontal jump or someone throwing a punch. This is something about that's how quickly and explosively, and that keyword explosive is going to come up time and time again, can I perform a muscle contraction? Okay. Next one down is speed. How fast can somebody get from point A to point B? That's pretty straightforward. I think we defined speed when we went through biomechanics as well. The next one is about agility, and agility is being able to change direction as quickly as possible and accurately. So if you're trying to make a right-hand turn at 90 degrees, most people can do a right-hand turn very quickly, but if you do it in a curved arc motion, that is not agility. Agility means I am able to turn that 90 degrees to my intended target accurately and quickly. That is being agile. Coordination is controlling a sequence of movements and doing them efficiently and effectively. You're not overusing muscles that you don't need to use, and you're also making sure that you're doing them in the right order and that you have the right summation of momentum, like what we talked about in biomechanics. Next one down, balance. We've spoken about balance and stability and equilibrium, so maintaining equilibrium between all the forces acting on the body. And finally, reaction time. How long does it take for our body to respond to an external stimulus? So if you end up having a starter's gun go off, how quickly before your muscles react out of the blocks? Or how quickly before you dive off the swimming block? The moment that that gun goes off, you need to hear it, then your brain needs to send a message down to the calf, and your calf need to start making that movement take place. Okay. Hopefully each of those fitness components is making a little bit more sense, and you can go through your definitions and check off, yes, I was right with that, no, I was wrong with that, and that would leave it for today's work. Good luck.